was actually scratching a ticket. Can I walk out back?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's just I communicate with that.
it's not just ghosts. It's not just cryptozoology or aliens. It's all of it.
And what are we doing today, Matt?
Almost like Chewbacca. Like, you guys want to do a little deep box fly? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Banter with Richie B podcast. Super psyched to have you. Notice tonight, I got a little different action going on. Cheddar. Oh, yeah. Old fella like me. Yeah, I bought this the other day. Does it look good? Threw some tape on that bad boy and boof, I look like a schoolboy. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. I really, really do appreciate you. And check this out, man. I got the background set up right because I'm always pushing my merch, right? But I want to talk about a little bit about Get Haunted and the Get Haunted Network, the platform that I'm on, and the P 3.0 platform, the Paranormal podcast platform. Check it out. Look at their merch, man. Huh? Where's Rob and Sarah? I couldn't wear this with the other stuff because of the green screen would make me look invisible and ghostly. Nice wig. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bobby Lee, for bringing that up. That's real nice of you. Thanks, Bobby Lee. Appreciate that. She's I can bring this stuff up when I'm good, goddamn ready to do so. I'm very, 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 very technically efficient. I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah, that's it. Keep telling yourself that, Richard. So anyways, welcome to my show tonight. I got my boy Rich tonight. A little bit under the weather, a little bit under the weather, but he's a trooper. He sucked it up. He's coming on. I'm going to get into how he started all his stuff, and he's got some kind of crazy like stories about some I don't know. It's about investigations that he does, and I want to talk about some of those investigations that he does. And I don't know, sometimes he makes me a little nervous, Mr. Rich. I know you're backstage and can hear me. I've told you this before while you're out there. I'm like, you got me a little nervous with some of this stuff. We don't want to bring anything home that we shouldn't, sir. Anyways, we're going to go over that. We're definitely going to have a long conversation about that. And you know what's cool is tonight I'm going to bring up some other evidence from, this is what I've been trying to get into in my head. And I got another idea I got to share with you too, because when I get ideas, I wander a little bit, right? We're going to go over some other people's evidence and see what Rich thinks of them. You know what I mean? Like kind of try to pull his expertise type out, and what he's seen and doesn't match up to it. So we'll do some of that, and then we'll talk a lot about me because that's important, to the world and society. And then check this out. I got a cool idea. I've been talking to some ye old Brits about Bigfoot across the pond, as they say, right? And some other places in Europe. And I'm going to try to go international. So I want to talk to some people that have different type of cryptids in their countries. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to do some of that down the road. Maybe we'll do some paranormal over the pond type stuff. You know what I mean? So I think we should go international, right? I think we should, right? Bring it around the world, right? Share me with the whole globe. Look at them missing this shit. You don't want to miss this stuff. Listen, I got some promos I got to go over. Instead of writing them down, check it out. Like, can't even read my own shit half the time, right? So I'm like, Bobby Lee, as usual. Hello, Bobby Lee. It's me, Richard. And right away, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, do you have $5? No. So check it. So I said, hey, I have an idea for the promos because I keep messing them up. I got to remember them. I got scheduling coming now. I hate schedules, by the way. I hate them. I like to just pick from kind of a pool, but we do got to get a little bit organized. Bobby Lee's very busy with work. So I figured this way she could just set up all the thumbnails she wanted and do all her things that she works. And makes it easier for her, right? That way she don't get stuck in my stupid brain, ain't safe to be in that place. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, man, you know what time it is? Ain't no time to be in this neighborhood. You want to buy a watch? You know what I mean? There was an old joke about that on TV or something. Or maybe it's Saturday Night Live. There she is, Bobby Lee. right? She's going to be doing a tough rock marathon, 26.2 miles with a 60 on the back, helping out her veterans, fellow veterans we've lost, veterans that are wounded. I think that goes to family members as well and helps them out, people that they've lost, you know. Let's all join together. Let's sponsor her. Let's, whatever it is, the denominations are. If you can do something, great. If you can't, you know, share it. You know what I mean? Talk about it. Get it out there, because Bobby Lee is a pretty magnificent human being. So we want to make sure we're supporting that, supporting what she's doing here. It's a big deal. The soldier to her left is little Aiden. He's 32 years old and he's still that size. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. He's bigger now, like a couple inches. But anyways, no, I'm just kidding. Let's go. Boop, boop. Uh-oh, who's that? I'm not telling you yet. Not telling you yet. Look at the glow. I get so happy. Anyway, so here I am outdoors scouting for Bigfoot. It's called Charming Fair Farm in Candia, New Hampshire. I've been talking about it, trying to explain it to you all, always messing up the name and all that stuff. Well, now I have a little slide here where I can share it with you. Yay, me and Bobby Lee. Hey, I made it rhyme. So Charming Fair Farm in Candia, New Hampshire, June 22nd and 23rd. I will be live, not broadcasting, podcasting. Get it? You see what I did there? Hey, tonight's a great night. If you're on the side, man, tonight's a great night to get into my messenger fan page area there and jump in, and we'll ask Rich some questions. So I want, if anybody has a hand emoji, I don't know if they have that, if they can talk. Can you raise your hand if you want to jump in tonight? Because I would love that. And I know how it aggravates my guests, so I like doing that as well. I mean, look at Russ Stiver. He hasn't talked to me since. I'm just kidding, Russ. So here it is. Here's all right, so here's my very, very big announcement, and it's to do with the cryptid world. And this person here, when I first had my experience with cryptid, with Bigfoot, I got into research mode. I got to know now mode. And one of the first things I did was saw this raw footage of this dude, boots on the ground, and they're, you know, getting his shit done out there in the woods, like staying out there, survivalist. He was advertising different equipment he was using. He was living, you know, had a tent and stuff, and had some crazy experiences out there. And people would call him from like up in New Hampshire to come get a cast in the local area. I watched him do a couple of castings, and even call for advice. Like, I think it was one episode I watched, two of his buddies were up in the mountains, and there was this cast, but it was in a mound on the side of a dirt road. And he didn't know how to cast it, kind of. He was like, oh, this one's a little tricky. So he called Cliff Brackman. He's like, yeah, do this, do that, do this. And they got the cast and all that. And I remember the prints were awesome. They were so cool, even for like TV and stuff. So he has this big production company that he does. It's called Small Town Monsters. If you're interested at all in cryptids, Bigfoot, anything like that, you jump over to this guy, Small Town Monsters, on YouTube. He has the memberships. I think he's probably on the Amazon, everywhere. He's everywhere except mainstream TV. He's not a fan of that. I don't know. Eventually, you know, maybe one day you have to give into it. I don't know, but he hasn't. And a lot of his stuff has, like, you know, 500,000 views, and just really popular in the Bigfoot community, and someone that I've looked up to and watched. And it actually helped me, because when you go through something like a ghost or cryptid or something like that, and you experience that, and a lot of people don't, but the ones that do know what I'm talking about. It's mind altering. It's life changing. And I had to lean back on him a little bit and watch TV. Les Stroud, when he had the Bigfoot stuff. Les Stroud's actually this guy's mentor. Let me just put the face up so you can kind of see who I'm talking about. March 19th on my Bigfoot show, Alex Petikoff will be here from Small Town Monsters. Super busy dude, always all over the North American continent, like from Louisiana up to British Columbia, over to Alaska. Constantly the guy that they call in the Bigfoot community. And you know, he gets out there, you know what I mean? So he gets out there, and like I said, he's the one I called about the structures and sent him the pictures. And he's not a big structure guy, and he's like, I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna find out a little bit from him about the structure theory, because I'm big on the structure theory. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not disrespected in the community because of it. You know, there's mainstream people, like people out there on YouTube, that want to give you shit. I've already talked about that. Don't get me started. This is a beautiful moment in my career of podcasting. Okay, good. I fought through it. That was those meds left over from yesterday because I didn't take them today. We don't take meds on show day. Remember that. So Alex is going to be here March 19th, 7 p.m. Kick-ass, huge guest for me. I'm so grateful that he agreed to do this. We had a great conversation last night, back and forth for well over an hour. Just a great down-to-earth dude. I met him a while back, and he like gave me his phone number. Like, hey, text me if you need anything. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You're like all over the globe, but you can't answer me. And sometimes it takes a little while back. The dude's out here on a satellite phone somewhere. So super pumped. Check out Small Town Monsters. He collaborates with Seth Breedlove from Bigfoot Beyond the Trail. Two big names out there that are putting good content out there. A little more boots in the ground, documentary stuff, as opposed to the productions and all that stuff where you can turn off a camera and, dress somebody up in a monkey suit or whatever you do, So I kind of go by that a lot. All right. And you will be hearing more about this, by the way. This is only the beginning. I've asked for different types of promos that we can and can't do and stuff like that. And you think a guy like this, I'm like, hey, can I have permission to do this? Because, all his stuff is licensed and stuff. This is what he does for a living, And he's like, Rich, just take whatever you want. I don't care. You know what I mean? Just take whatever you want. Make a promo. You have free reign to do whatever you like. Just a down-to-earth dude. I think he called me last night. He was driving his parents to the airport. We were just talking. He's like, I'm doing driving, whatever. So being careful is what I'm saying. All right. So with that said, you're going to hear a lot about that. I got some kick-ass shows lined up coming on the way, man, all the way up to March 19th. Again, I don't like to schedule things, but I had to give in a little bit. So here we are. So let's go over to the side. I only see like two people. No, I see people here, but I don't see people on the side. There's my friend Andrew. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, my friend? I'm glad you're here tonight. As usual, always supporting people and the Get Haunted Network. We all appreciate you. And then I got my boy Wojo. Me and my boy Wojo going on a road trip tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we road tripping tomorrow. Yeah, he going to be here at what? 7 a.m. And we road tripping up north to New Hampshire. Don't tell my guest that. He lives in New Hampshire. I didn't tell him yet. Uh-oh, I think you hear him. He's backstage. Shit. Oh, my God. We got to get headphones for the guests. Make them wear like swimmer's plugs. Something like that. Say Richie B swimmer's plugs so you can't hear me talk shit about him in the back room. So anyways, and of course my producer Bobby Lee's here. Right? Yeah, so hey, our Saturday show's been picking up momentum. I'm not worried about it. I enjoy doing it. I have a lot of fun. Wojo can't wait for tomorrow. Right? Because I'm going to fall asleep in the passenger seat snoring because I got 83 kids that keep me up all night. Everybody like my cheddar? I like my cheddar. Did I mention my... I tell you what, let's get Rich on stage and see if he likes my cheddar. Hang on. There we go. Yo, Rich, what's up, my man?
How you doing, my man?
Good. Isn't that fun? I love having fun coming in. Sometimes I'm like, oh, yeah, I got a guest. I got to shut up.
It's all good. Hey, we know how you are, man. You're full of life.
You learn quick, man. We hit it off like that, hanging out with our boy Phil.
Yeah, we did. That's for sure. I got a hold of him today too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he told me that he wants to schedule something for when he gets back from vacation. So.
Oh yeah, like what? Was he going up?
I don't know.
Coming back down? Oh, you don't know?
I don't know yet. That's as far as the conversation I gotten because, like I said, it was in text. So let's be honest.
Well, you better get the deets on that because that dude explores some shit, and you don't know where you might end up, bro.
Yeah, true, right?
Oh my God, you're like at a haunted alligator farm in Zimbabwe. You know what I mean? Anybody seen Rich? Nope.
Gone.
Yeah, he noped out right around the alligator pen. Hang on, here we go. I'm gonna go. Look at. I'm gonna cover the cheddar. I got to advertise the merch as my boy Wojo did. My boy Wojo. I should have put that up, Bobby Lee, on a slide. The picture of Wojo wearing the merch, right? And we should make that into a promo, right, Rich? Where he says, "Buy the merch now."
I thought that was a pretty damn good pick, to be honest with you.
I think it was spot on, man. Nice work out of you, Mr. Woj. He looked very happy with it, so that's good. I've gotten some good reports about it. I've gotten some logistical things I had to work out with my merchandise company. And I figured it out that there's parts of it, especially in the embroidery part, that they don't have anything on their app for it. So I said, oh, so what they do is they like sub it out. So whatever company that is, they don't let you talk to them directly. So they want to make sure that you go on a laptop or something, and not on your phone. And they're like, yeah, we don't have an app yet. I'm like, you're so full of shit. You don't want no, you don't want nobody. Everybody can have an app for anything, right?
Yeah,
Right?
for real.
There's an app for Kool-Aid, isn't there? There's got to be a Kool-Aid app, right? Can't you
Literally, there's a goddamn app for everything, man.
and a lot of things in our field, brother. A lot of things. See, you're a cryptid guy. You're a ghost guy. You're an open-minded dude. All that shit we dealt with that day with Phil. I cannot wait to see that episode, bro.
I can't wait either.
Hey, so I'm gonna ask you some basic stuff, like where were you born? What's your date? Give me social security number, credit card number, stuff like that. Every podcaster asks it. Don't worry, bro.
That's cool.
He goes, you know that gorilla. Yeah,
you're gonna ask my address so people can start doxing me.
Coming to get you. So yeah, no, it was a kick-ass episode with him, a investigation, and then I had a kick-ass podcast interview with him. I thought was fun. It's so informative. That dude is so spot on with his conviction is insane. And some of the things for me, and like I said to him, that I'm like, I never heard of that. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like I really just don't know. So
that guy is a wealth of knowledge. He really is.
Did I see him? Then I saw. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. He's just amazing. He's very smart with this shit. So
brilliant, dude, and he knows a lot of shit. You see him? I had him trying to name all the different weird names and shit from all the He's like, Weedama Wuka whatever. And then I'm like, can you take us out by spelling that? He's like, oh.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't. So then I saw him on TikTok the other day, right? I hope his ears are ringing, like right down the street from my house, right, Rich? Totally bizarre, right? How I followed.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
I pull up next.
When you told me that, I was like, "That's pretty wild."
This is my life, though. My life's pretty freaking nuts, dude. It really is. You should have seen the shit I was dealing with all week this past week about like a Sasquatch video and up your way, and it was just chaos, and all the bloodhounds are out, and everybody's chaotic and fighting, jockeying for position, and I'm just like a little podcasting dude going, "Oh God, what's happening?" You know what I mean? It was pretty frightening. I'll share it with you personally, but not on the air. But yeah, it was nuts. So this whole world is crazy, and you think you can sometimes hide in these little nestles of life like this, right? Our world, our paranormal world, our cryptid world, and then you find out that it's its own entity, and it's not always pleasant. Did you shut the light off on purpose?
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to see if
make it weird. He's making it weird.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because that's what I fucking need is more weird in my life. All right, let's get down to it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm fucking rambling. Tell you. It's funny. I knew I got like 4 hours straight sleep, which is a miracle in my world. So, So I'm a little pissed off because I left the remnants of a nice cold Monster drink right over there in the other room, and I can't go up and get it now because I'm on the air. You know what I'm saying? And driving me nuts, right? I'm like, I gotta have that Monster drink. But so I had a few of those today. I did a ton of spring cleaning. I did today underneath the couch. You ever do underneath the couch and behind the cushions and shit?
Yeah. I got 5 cats, so I have to.
I had no idea that I had no. Oh, there she is. My producer is the best, bro. I just said it, and boom, there it is. Wojo, you seeing this shit? I know that gorilla.
That's pretty awesome.
Wojo says, buy the merch.
I love it. I told you I loved it when I saw that picture. It was a damn good picture, man.
I know. I texted it to you, and you absolutely loved it. So tell me this, man. Let's get into a little bit about you, my friend, all right?
Yeah.
I always ask this because it's always a question. How the hell do you get involved? And well, first of all, you like the cryptids too, right? So which one was it? Oh, Joe. Sorry. He must have been dying when he saw that. I'm going to show that a few times tonight, boy. That's too good. That's probably going on my YouTube. So Hey, put it on yours too, if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know you will, brother. So, which was it first, the chicken or the egg? Was it the ghost or the cryptids?
it was definitely the ghost. I grew up in some pretty haunted places, and a lot of weird, pretty nasty things happened to me, and that's what made me, a believer. Was the things that happened to me. So, it was just, being very young, 4 or 5 years old, and having, you know, a poltergeist screwing with you is not exactly fun.
Yeah,
So
how old were you?
I was 5 at the time, I believe.
I hear a lot of this, man. Do you hear Phil like having memories at like 4?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old. Like
Yeah.
he said it. He said it the first time, and I think my mind blanked it out because I went back and go, "How old were you?" He said it clearly. He had a whole section, but I blanked it out because the number was so low. I was like, "Holy shit!" But I hear it a lot, a lot. So
And
5 years.
a lot of that has to do with the fact that, children being so young, they're not biased in any way, shape, or form. They're born this way. They, and how they get into biased is what we put onto them. So, growing up, being young like that, you are seeing the world as it is, and you see things that, especially, ghosts, spirits, you'll see things that adults can't see because you're not tainted, we'll say, you know.
Right. Walls on
That's what
up. You're a little more open. Yeah. So open is the key. Open is the key. Where I always attribute to when I've had conversations in the past with people in the paranormal. It's like when you're vacuuming with a vacuum, and then I don't even know if I said that word right. It sounded very weird. Vacuum. Anyways, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You still here? Sorry. I thought I was alone with the others. So yeah. So the filter clogs, right? And you got to bang it, clean it out, right? But at first, it's wide open. Everything goes right in. You just soak it right up, and that's what happens. I think it's so clean. Your filter's clean. You're not living, all the schoolwork. You're not living all the punishments or life or fights in the backyard or baseball games. Coach. You're not living all that and soaking it up. Your database is kind of clear. You know what I mean? So what
Exactly.
when you say poltergeist though, were they throwing shit at you? Were they grabbing you? I mean, you don't have to get too personal. If they probed you like an alien, that's fine. You keep that to yourself.
No, that's fine.
You could tell me about that after backstage. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, the story that I always tell is, and my wife asked me, she goes, "Are you going to tell the bureau story?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What it boils down to is I was very young. We lived on Auburn Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, and it was one of those like genuinely like older places that was just, big. It was just a big apartment, and I loved the place, except when I found out that there was a poltergeist that, well, I don't know what it wanted to do to me, but the things that it did to me wasn't very nice. I ended up getting locked in my bedroom.
Oh, Jesus.
A bureau slid up against the door, locked me in. I was too young. I couldn't move the bureau. I wasn't strong enough. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And here sorry, it still gets to me every time, but
Yeah, it affects you.
my mom and dad were on the other side of the door, and if I would have thought about it, my mom's been sick, but I would have had her come on here too, but she's been really sick lately. But my dad was on the other side of the door, and my dad was probably 180, 190 pounds, and he was trying to go through the door because he couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And he finally got in. Don't ask me how he did. And let me tell you, for the next couple of weeks, he paid for it with his shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet.
So, but I ended up getting out of the room. And when I ended up getting out of the room, the lamps, the screw-on lamps that have the glass light shade, the glass on it.
Yeah.
Well, somehow that came falling down, and that son of a bitch just cracked me on the top of the head.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah. And I remember like staggered down a little bit and fell down, and my face hit my father's feet. And my dad just, grabbed me up. I was bleeding.
What is going on? Where'd he go?
I don't know. It was.
Whoa, where'd he go?
I'm right here.
Wow, that was, dude. Every paranormal show.
Every time.
You just popped off my stage and came back on. I deal with it every time.
How long was I gone for?
Like a half a second. You were gone. It was just me.
That's weird.
Every time there's something. One week I had all my lights go out, my monitor go out, but my video camera was working fine. I'm screaming up to my fiance like, what's going on down here? And everybody's watching me, but I don't know it. I still hear Bobby Lee and Mojo's voice trying to cover for me, and I turn back around. I'm like, oh, what happened? How can you guys still see me? But I tried all the cords, everything. Nothing was unplugged. Nothing. It just shut off on the right side of me. The camera was fine. The camera was fine. The laptop was fine. And now you just shoot off my stage and shoot back on while talking about a poltergeist.
Yeah, well, it is paranormal, so you never know.
Dude, every week on my paranormal show, every week, Rob and Sarah, Drew Babineau. That day, I heard some man's like grumbling in my ears, and some of my audience members heard it as well.
And just so you know, from here on, you have me. I'm going to be watching every episode.
Oh, I love it, bro. I appreciate that. That's kick ass. I don't want to interrupt your story, but you kind of got shot out of my studio, and I'm like, where the hell did he go? You know what I mean? Like they finally got him. Oh my god! There's barrows and lamps and everything flying around your room, and he's gone, man.
I Thanos out of here.
He got smashed in the head. Explain the law. Who says that? Who's this? Explain. That sounds personal. Hello, Kathy. That's a funny comment, bro.
That's my wife.
That's what I thought.
Wife.
Come on, dude. I was onto that. I was like, that's a personal comment. Hi, Kathy. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the show. You can click on a link and come in anytime you want and join us, by the way. We are an interactive podcast, and I'd love to watch the dude squirm.
Yeah. Except she's too chicken shit right now because her face is drooling everywhere.
No, we hope you feel better. Seriously, it's been a lot of weird stuff going on, man. Trust me. It's not fun. I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's get back to now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the show. I figured I'd do another intro for us. You know what I mean? Oh,
you did it pretty damn good.
Well, that's right. You're about to get down and crazy with Rich from Shadowside Paranormal. Back to you, Bob. It's something that I just did one day, and I developed it. And it's always fun when, like, see, Bobby Lee was gone too. Bobby Lee.
Yeah, I noticed that. She's been gone for a minute now, though.
Right. That's right. I just realized it. Bobby Lee, are you okay? Are you safe? Is your barrel locked in front of your door?
Everything is fine. I have no idea what is going on with my computer, but it's crazy right now.
But it kicked Rich off too, though. I was the only one standing here. You both were gone. He went out for like a half a second and came back on, dude. When I say I want to have a paranormal podcast and have it interactive, that does not mean I need fucking entities climbing in and out of my shit.
Yeah, I agree. And they're known to be screwing with electronics too, so.
Yeah, well, remember, we had a problem that day with Phil. Very, very right away. We talked about it on the podcast. The dead bell went dead, and I had problems with my phone. Remember, my screen went way too large, and I couldn't do anything?
Oh, that's right.
Remember that? I'm like, dude, I can't do anything. I couldn't do anything. It was just a huge screen. It was like and I didn't touch no magnifying, nothing. I don't have no Samsung. I have an iPhone, way better system. You guys have better phones, but the system sucks. Android sucks. Yeah, I said it.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to say I have a Samsung S24 Plus or Ultra, whatever the heck it is. I don't know. And I love it.
It's got a 454 with dual exhaust, double pumper. Get out of here with your shit. Courtney, hi. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say hi to you, but there's chaos. It's kind of a thing that happens around here, but you know that by now. But let me see. My niece popped in. Hang on. My niece.
Hi, Courtney.
I want to get back to the story about my niece popped in. So I got to say I love you to her. She's out in Oklahoma. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the I love yous on all my platforms. All right. Where'd you go?
Well, hello, everyone. God bless.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I don't see my niece now. Did you guys get rid of my niece? Oh, there she is. Hello, Heather. Everybody say hi to my niece, please.
Hello, Heather. God bless.
We always say hi to family.
I
And
can't.
and Courtney Peterson, always. Family and Courtney. Remember that. Write it down.
It says
Uh,
Heather Hodge. Okay.
Yes, that's my oldest brother's daughter.
Okay.
And you know, I met her as an adult. She had moved away very young, and I always wondered about her, and I got to finally meet her as an adult. And we had a nice meal, and we all hit it off well. You could tell we're related because she has no filter. I know you find that shocking, and and her husband's kick ass. He's got no filter as well. Basically, if you got a filter, get away from me. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, where were we? Samsung suck. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Poltergeist. Go ahead. Back to your story. Back to your story, Bob.
Oh boy, you're a trip. You know that.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
You know, I think all it was that was messing with me was a very big shadow figure, and I remember after dealing with that I woke up in the middle of the night, and my bedroom and my sister's bedroom were kind of touching, but you had to like walk out into the living room, go into the kitchen, and go into her room to get there, and I always had a hulking, like 4 or 5 foot wide man, just big old shadow figure standing in my doorway, chuckling at me.
Good Lord.
Oh. I got so scared.
Yeah.
I got so scared. I actually grew enough, balls, and I ran through the thing, and for some reason I didn't run to my parents, I ran to my sister. And then it came over to there, and my sister saw it for the first time, and
oh my,
we screamed, and my father came running. Like, my father was extremely protective.
Yeah, good.
And I mean, if he heard us peep, he was there.
Yep.
It was harder for my mother because she was a very sound sleeper, but she was like that too, But it would just constantly just mess with me. I'd be
where is I'm sorry, where is this? What is it in New Hampshire?
Yeah, this was the apartment on Auburn Street in New Hampshire. I gotta tell you, some of the places I've lived, dude, are fucking horrifying. Like, I don't know how, like, it affects people's mental state, but when we lived in another place and we saw like a family, I don't want to get too graphic because it's, social media, but I mean, they were pretty chopped up, we'll say. And
wait. What do you mean? You saw this?
We didn't see it happen. We saw their spirits.
That's what I'm saying. So you're saying, okay. So you saw the spirits of mutilated people.
Yeah. And we're talking, a couple of young kids, a mother.
Wait, time out. Who's seeing this with you? I'm sorry, I gotta hear this in detail. Is this your sister too?
No, I don't think my sister saw it. I think it was just me and my mother. I think.
Oh, Jesus, your mother?
Yeah. I think it was just me and my mother. I'm not 100% sure. I was young. I was really young when all this stuff happened. So.
Yeah, no, I got you. I've been there, dude. I know. I don't have every detail either, but it's some details. The ones that I do have are like crystal clear, 4K, 65-inch screen TV. I can see that. If you had a piece of food stuck in your teeth, I can see it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get every little detail. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm really interested. I'm like, really? What? Your mother? What? You know what I mean?
She, my mother's kind of sensitive too. I mean, she's shown up here, and when we first moved into our house that we live at now, there was an elderly neighbor that had just passed away. He was 86 years old, and you always saw the guy always out on his lawnmower. God bless him. Yeah. And my mother didn't even know the guy had passed away, and she had made a comment. She goes, "Your neighbor's out mowing his lawn again," and I took a second. And I was just like, "Wait a minute, no, he can't be. He's dead."
Right? Yeah. So, a little odd.
So she's like, "Yeah, no, I know. I saw him. That's what he was doing, though." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that my father had that same experience. He bought a place up in Maine, and whoever was dead there loved to watch him mow the lawn. So
Oh,
he'd be
that's
on his he'd be on his mower, and there was the guy always leaning up against the door watching him. And and my father said his head would move with him, so it wasn't even like a residual. It wasn't like just
wow.
dude was like watching him mow his lawn, so to speak, right?
That's wild, man.
Yeah,
I love hearing these stories.
And my father was an atheist, everything. He didn't believe in nothing. Even the story as a kid, when the woman I saw in my room was his mother. And I explained his mother to a T. He knows I didn't know his mother. He knows I didn't see his mother. He knows I don't have pictures of his mother. He knows that my grandmother died very tragically, and it was pain and hurt in the family, and it still is. And many, 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 many years later, my father was like 13 when she passed. So he didn't believe in any of this stuff, and he heard me talk about it. And then finally, when he saw the ghosts, then I was because my mother always, confirmed it with me. Like I still would ask, not still, but years ago, I'd ask her, "You remember that story, right, Ma?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, no, absolutely, blah blah blah. Oh, that was crazy." Blah. And then finally, my father got around to it, going, "Yeah," he kind of validated it for me that he believed me, which was amazing in itself, right? So yeah, so I know what you're saying. It's crazy. So when you see this family, you're living where you living. Where are you living then? Where's the family at? Is it different than the apartment?
Yeah, it's a different place. We lived in probably 4 or 5 pretty damn good scary places. Like pretty seriously haunted. That one though was probably the worst because you would constantly see the hacked up family, and it was just really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's nice, Rich. Well put.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable to see a hacked up family floating around dead.
I mean, what the you got the little boy standing there pointing, and I'm going like, what do you want? Like, I don't know what the fucking kid wants. I'm fucking 5 years old, 6 years old at the time, whatever.
And I feel very uncomfortable with this.
Okay.
I'm like, Rich is down there like, I'm very uncomfortable, dead kid without a head. Like, as scary as it was, though, we did get used to it towards the end. I'm not going to say get used to it, I guess, but it was more like, all right, unfortunately, it's happening again. That type of thing, Right. Yep.
Because there's nothing you could do.
No.
There's nothing you could do. If you, again, and I'm not knocking, this is one of the big reasons why I wanted to get into helping and an ordained minister, is because I believe that if you're having problems and you go to the church and they turn you down and you're continuously having problems, I just honestly believe at that point in time, the church kind of turned their back on you. They may have their reasons for it, but I don't believe in letting anybody suffer. I just don't. I don't know what it is or what their reasoning is for it, if they don't believe the person or whatever, but there's been a few times, where I've just shaken my head.
Yep, exactly right. So you put something together to go help people.
Yeah, I'm not qualified to, in their eyes, to be doing exorcisms and things of that nature. But I'm telling you right now, if it's something that I had to do to help someone, I don't care what I would have to do. I would do anything to help anybody, anytime with a paranormal problem. Yeah. I don't want people to go through what I went through. I don't charge for my service. I don't believe in charging for my service because I think it's immoral. The thing I always come back to is I get a phone call from a widowed mom who has a kid or kids. What am I supposed to say? Come back to me when you have the money, honey? No, I'll never do that. That's fucking immoral,
Right. No, I'm the same way. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. So what is it? So after you went through this as a kid and you got into this stuff, so when did you go out and do investigations, or did you jump right to helping people? Like how's that work? And when did you become an ordained minister to do so? You know what I mean?
3 years ago, I think it was somewhere on there. around 3 years ago, I became an ordained minister. I started shadow side at pretty much the same time. And I wasn't out there like per se helping people, but I would help people. You know what I'm saying? If they needed, you know, I mean, I would do whatever the fuck I can for them. And then that's when I started picking up steam with this stuff and started, you know, doing a little more research, this, that, and the other. I mean, the amount of books that I've been collecting with the name like research organization, you know, you got to kind of know what you're talking about too. So I don't know.
You should organize some research, is what you say.
Yeah, organize
and get to know. Yeah. So check out Courtney. This is what you remember Courtney and all. Have you heard it, seen her on my shows?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I just said hi to her.
Yeah, look what she does.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at you. Oh my God, it's ex. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my God, it's so. Where's that guy Bet? Remember that dude?
As Casper Sight says, look at you.
Look at you. Thank you, Courtney. Always. You're an amazing human. Thank you so much.
Pretty awesome. Seriously.
Yeah. Anybody want to check out my boy Rich and all his stuff and all his stories? He's got some investigations I think I saw over there. And one thing I want to get into, because we talked a little bit about this place. So I got some background now. I got an idea what I want. You have something going on in Rhode Island. Is that still going on, or is it finished?
Well, I had 2 cases in Rhode Island, but over the last year, 2 home cases, and the last one I had was pretty. It was pretty nasty as far as what we were dealing with, but I didn't have to deal with it much. The way it works for me is I have a tendency, I guess, to the only way I can explain it is I'm a shield. Okay, when I feel. Sorry, my cat is rubbing up against me.
Every time I have somebody on, they have a cat rubbing up against them.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, no. What's up, kitty? You want to come on? What's the kitty's name?
Leo.
Leo? That's right, Leo. Leo's eyes are like flickering like satanic kitty stuff. Does Leo have an attachment?
Yeah. It's probably his older brother there.
No. Listen. If that thing humps your leg, it's a dog. It's a clear sign. That's a clear sign of a possession by a poodle. All right, just so you know, I got you, Rich. All right, what's up, Scotty Baker Senior? Good to see you, my brother. So yes, Jerry. Oh, Jerry. So Jerry's the other cat is gone.
Yeah, he's passed on. He was in 2017. He passed on. He was 21 years old, something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was old.
But you know you're supposed to name this one Tom. Why'd you name him Leo?
You know what's funny is I didn't even think of that. You know, I just named him Leonidas.
What kind of disease is that?
Hey, I was a fan of the 300 at the time.
Oh, 300. Okay, I'm like, he's sick. You got the Leonidas? Oh, you don't want the Leonidas, bro. That shit's itchy. Like, that's just
oh, Jesus. Well, that explains your skin issue.
Yeah, that explains me too. But anyways, enough about me. So what is your procedure? How do you get a job in Rhode Island? Like somebody just calls you, someone reaches out to you, probably social media, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you could help me." And do other investigators call you to come out? And when you get there, do you spray down an ointment and run around the house? Or what do you do? Like, explain all that, you know?
Well, normally I end up putting on a grass skirt.
I see what you did there.
I run around topless and let the movie show.
That motherfucker runs.
And then that's when you see the spirits go, fuck, we're done for.
They're like, we don't feel comfortable with this.
We're out.
Sorry, we're having too much fun.
You know, you know what it comes down to is if I get a call from anybody, I have to go through a series of questions that I ask them, and I say a series, but there's 96 questions.
What?
So,
What?
yeah, I'm not kidding. I have to ask.
You have a procedure with 96 questions to qualify them.
Yeah, I have to make sure that I'm not dealing with someone who I have to know if they have a mental health issue. Even if they have a mental health issue, I can still help them. I'm not going to ignore them,
Right.
but I have to know about this stuff, So there's a lot of personal questions that I have to ask. And I always forewarn these people, look, do not take it personal. And if you feel uncomfortable in any shape, way, or form, do not answer the question. But just know the more questions you answer, the better it will help me in understanding what is going on here.
What's the most oddest question on that list?
Oh, it gets really personal. Things like do you have any mental health issues?
Yeah, but that makes sense to me. I want something, something better than that. What you got? Big toe hurt? Something weird?
You caught me on the spot.
What do you think was going to happen on the show? Like, why are you surprised? You were out in the freaking woods with me for 4 hours. What do you think was going to happen, bro?
My brain is not working. All right, hang on a second.
Oh, shit.
Got them all right here.
Wait, what? This is my niece. I had to have someone come out to my home, and I had to answer 100 questions to qualify for. What do you mean for like ghosts and stuff, Heather? Why haven't you called me about this? I know people who know people who know. You think my arms can't reach Oklahoma, kid?
And seriously, I'll go to Oklahoma. I don't give a fuck.
There you go. Already done. Demonic activity on my niece.
No way.
Does that dude know who I am? You tell him who I am. All right. I got a reputation. I was a badass in 1987. You don't want none of this shit. Okay.
In 1987. A specific year.
Nowadays,
you are a trip.
Nowadays, I take one swing, go take a nap, come back, throw another swing. You had it handled. How'd you have it? I got it. Heather, you want to come in the show? That's my niece. Hey, Bobby Lee, send my niece a link. Fix your hair up, Heather. I know you get all pretty. I know how you Southern girls are. Come on, let's go. Get my niece in here, Bobby Lee, please. I'm begging you.
I got a bunch of stupid questions. Like
why do you feel this, Heather? What do you mean? No, come on. I am your uncle. You do as you're told, young lady.
Yes.
Yes. It would be awesome. Let me see it. Look at this.
You
guy.
can't. I forgot. It's just like one section is like weather questions. Another question.
Read me number 5.
Okay, number 5 would be.
Anybody got numbers? Punch them up.
What was the weather conditions like that day?
Okay.
Apparition questions. Can you describe the apparition?
Okay.
How far away from you were you from the apparition?
Hang on. Someone give me a random number so we can ask him the question that's on that number. I want 87 for 1987. What number question is 87? Because that's got to get gritty by then.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Well, then send me your husband, Heather. Send me your husband at once, young lady. Oh, my niece said 23, but that's after my 87. Oh, I got numbers rolling in. Oh, look at you disqualified, Kathy. You are disqualified. I know you know what number 78 already is. Mary Newbert, be a lady. I expected Wojo to give that number.
Did the apparition manipulate or move any objects?
That's 87?
Yeah.
All right, number 23. I like this.
Where the hell did that go?
Kathy, he can't count very good.
No.
Do you do all the shopping over there, Kathy?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, you can. You'd be screwed sending you out.
Takes me way too long, man. She's zipped through stores, bro. Like she's in and out. Like I'm already, she's at the cash register, and I'm like just getting out the car.
Yeah, you counting banana number 17 individually.
You know?
You know those come in bunches, right, guy?
Yeah. How long was the apparition visible for?
Yes. Oh, that's a good question. How long thereabouts, which usually is, right? Did you stare at this apparition for? Right? And one sequence, right? And that's number 23?
Yeah.
All right, number 78. Kathy Masso. I don't know if you know her.
No, I don't.
Okay. Tell her to make you some coffee or something while you're looking for it. We're going to be here a while. Because 78's a weird number.
Have you ever experienced anything similar before?
Ooh. From the apparition. So is it like repetitious maybe? Or similar meaning like somewhere else like you did?
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that, right? All right. And my friend Mary is the guy on the football team that wears the number 69, apparently. I'm very caught off guard by this. She's like my sister and I love her. No, you can't yell at number 69 and change it to 12. Wait, Kathy says that's not what it was. That's not I thought it was. What do you wear? Well, I thought you didn't have an Android, Kathy. That's not I thought it was. Damn androids.
No, she's with you.
I know that. I'm very disappointed. That's what I said because she was like, yeah, she said androids suck too. And now she's over here not proofreading anything. And she's like, that's not I thought it was. I thought not whatsoever thought.
Me, bad man.
Number 78 it is. So what's number 69, bro? She writes, I'm high on cold medicine. She writes the word high wrong. Like, hello. That's on purpose. Come on. That's the brilliance of an iPhone right there. Thank you, Kathy, for proving our point.
Okay, so this has to do, that one has to do with weather conditions. And it says, was there any visible lightning or did you hear any thunder?
Okay. That's number 69. Okay. What's going on?
You know what?
Here?
I have a book.
Did my producer just come back on the show again?
I don't hear.
I heard a little blip like she came back into the show. You have a book?
Yeah, there's a book.
Oh, no, we got one more number for you to look up. Two more numbers. No, I got two more numbers. I got guests to keep happy. I got, what the hell you think you're doing here?
What number?
Wojo wants number 9. He's kind of a big dude. I'd hurry up.
Okay. Sorry, Wojo.
No, great. Now he's pissed.
Here we go.
I don't have his advertisement up anymore because when you guys got kicked, it took some of the shit down with it. Oh, Mary was born in 1969. It was a good year. Yeah, for your parents. Okay. All right. We turned it up a notch. I knew I didn't sleep enough last night. Okay.
Was there any kind of electrical problems before, during, or after the sighting?
Oh, like the house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that question. Let's see. Mary, you already had one. You don't get 2. Sorry. He's laughing. Sorry, I'm a little off the rocker tonight. 27.
That one. Where were you able to shoot a picture or video of the apparition?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great question. Courtney must have known about that. He was failing that. No, that's good. Yeah. Did you get any evidence to show me something, some kind of proof, right?
Yeah.
Not proof, but something I can go on, and evidence you can look at and say, oh, I kind of got an idea what this might be. Because, you can do that. You can see the, wisps and shadow figures. And matter of fact, here, I'm going to pull something up right now that I went over with Russ Stiver about. And this guy right here, you see the third guy? Do you remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
That's a shadow person, man.
That is it. That honestly, look, I've seen a lot of pictures of shadow people in my life, and it's one of my passions is shadow people. Okay.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, I can see why.
I can honestly tell you that is honestly one of the best shadow pictures I've seen ever.
Yeah, and it's funny because you can see like the shape of the hat can kind of be a period. You know what I mean? You can see that. You can see that. I can almost see like the bunching of the knickers at the top where his hips are, just above the wall. You know what I mean? Just like little details like that. I think it's really great. I think it's a great picture. Let's see who I got here. Oh, my boy, you have to answer this one more number. Last number. Yes, Courtney. Thank you. Yeah, that is pretty. Courtney agrees with you, and apparently she has a lot of experience. So she should come on my show and freaking tell me about it. Send Courtney a link, quick. Somebody send Courtney a link, quick. I need Courtney to come in there. Starting trouble tonight. 33, number 33, Larry Bird.
Mr. Larry.
That's right, Jim.
That's Jim.
It is a great picture. That's Russ Stiver's credit. Photo cred goes to Russ Stiver and his team on an investigation. I forget where he told me it was, but I did ask him permission to see if I could review it tonight. Because I'm a classy gentleman. So
I thought that was nice of you to ask him. And okay, people, I'm just going to be honest with you. Rich is doing a hell of a job tonight because this household has been a little messed up this week with sickness, and I was supposed to send out evidence, and I never did,
bro. No need.
So
we don't need to do that here. You're good, bro. You're good. We're all in this together. I love having you. I love just hanging out with you. And visual evidence is just a bonus. I'm always about the person. I enjoy it. It's funny because I have a show and I worry about if I'm gonna have enough to talk about. So I need a backup in my head. yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You
funny as shit, right? So
but
I've watched a lot of other podcasters. And guys have their own styles. You know, some guys are kind of sit back, take it in, listen, and then jump out when they can type of thing. And there's other guys that just strictly go off evidence, and girls. And there's other guys and girls that go off, everybody has a different technique. And sometimes I got to reel myself in and shut myself up so I can hear my guess. But it's it tends to work because you get kind of an energetic flow. So although I appreciate you saying that, absolutely 100%, and we work that stuff out behind the scenes, then, we do what we got to do. And no matter what, we got each other, baby. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, buddy. I really do.
I appreciate you being here.
I did send over, I figured out I did send over an audio that I got from one of my investigations from an outside investigation. Thanks,
Claude.
And oh wait, actually, number 33, before we get into all that, have you ever experienced anything similar before? That was the question.
Oh, yeah. Similar before. Well, we had that one, but no, that was a different location. Similar means any time in your life. Right?
Yeah, and
oh, wait. Are you doing this stuff to kind of see if there's different variations of their answers?
Yes, sometimes like I'll have a few repetitive questions, but because you want to try and see.
Are they consistent? Are they consistent?
Yeah. Consistency, yes.
Fair enough. Claude 1789, man. There's no way you were born that year, Claude. I'm not buying this. Are you an apparition that works social media? I'm very impressed. Very nice. A live chat. Yeah, absolutely. It's not only a live chat, my brother or sister, whoever Claude is. You can actually come into my studio and ask a question anytime you want. Isn't that crazy? You could be on screen and hang out with us and ask the guest questions. It's an interactive podcast. So it's pretty kick-ass. I love talking with everybody on the side. We all laugh together. We all joke together. We all ask the questions together. And not only that, we can send you a link and you can jump right in there anytime you want. Anytime you want, you can jump right in. That's the way it is. And you can sit right here on camera and ask Rich a bunch of questions. So it's pretty cool. It's fun stuff.
I love it. I love talking about this stuff. So anybody wants to ask me anything, you ask away.
Yep. And like I said, you can come on screen and ask them. Oh, I had a guest one time. A friend of mine in Florida, Ronnie, his camera wasn't working. So he just put a picture up of his dog and he just talked, verbally or whatever, audio. He just used audio. And we had a nice conversation about a topic with one of my, the guests actually this guy, let me see. My boy, Matt, Wojo's brother, had a kick-ass pictures of like orbs and stuff. Northwoods Paranormal. Been doing it a very long time. These guys have been all over the country, all over. I didn't even realize that how crazy it was.
Northwoods, New Hampshire.
Pardon me.
Is that Northwood, New Hampshire?
No, they're out of South Shore, Mass.
Oh, okay.
But they go everywhere, and they're Wojo's twin brothers. And I don't know if I think one of them's only one of them's an actor. But Wojo, does one of your other twin brothers jump in for the other twin if the twin can't make it to the set? How does that work? I mean, that's what I would. If I was a twin, you know how menacing I would have been? Oh my God, dude. I would have been I would have had 8 of everything and just screwed with you. You know what I mean? Like all the time. Girls, cars, it didn't matter. Guns, cats, dogs. Whatever I could make like a lot of, I would have screwed with you. Oh, let's see. What's this? Hang on. What's this? What do you think about shadow people collapsing similar to wave function? Collapse due to the observer effect, if you know quantum physics. Well, I got to be honest with you. I'm not a very kick-ass quantum physics dude. I used to party a lot back in the day. I did have some quantum physics when I took Grateful Dead acid in 1988. But I don't know. And I'm not mocking you. I'm being serious. So if you want to elaborate on that, feel free to do so. The shadow people collapsing similar to wave function. Have you ever heard that, Rich?
No.
Now, what's the observer effect, Claude? If you could explain just that one portion of that question, the observer effect stands out to me because that sounds interactive where like somebody's watching it and there's obviously there's an effect.
Hi.
But if you don't mind, you know what I mean? And again, you could come on anytime, and if you want to do it just audio, and you can ask that as well. So I appreciate the question. That's
Seriously, honestly, that's a great question. I don't.
It's mind blowing. Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's a great question. So yeah, so he brought in this stuff. You see this? How do you feel about wisps? You see the wisp over here by the? I think he circled it.
Now, I won't totally ignore them. I have to look at them. I have to look and see. Yeah, number one, you have to look at the conditions. Is the place fucking dusty? First off, is it a dirty mess? And I'm not trying to be rude.
That's my genius producer. A particle is only in a state of probability until observed. Dude, you listen. I've been clean and sober since 1997. About to drop like 3 hits of microdot because you guys are like making me want to go whoa, right? Think about that. It's profound. There you go. Look at. Of course she did. That's my producer. She's amazing, and more importantly, she's my friend, and she's very intelligent, and I appreciate that. So yeah, so that makes sense now. See, that puts it a little bit more in perspective. A particle is only in a state of probability, possibly exists, right, until it is observed, and then it exists.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sounds like every one of my relationships, actually. Thank you. No, it would make sense that wait, what? Oh, Scrodinger's cat in a box. Really, Bobby Lee? If you want to have a sidebar, please feel free. She's referring to books and stuff now, I think.
I know who he's talking about with Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that either. Yeah, I mean, I'm just way out of my league right here, and I'll just be the idiot laughing all the time. And you guys have an intelligent conversation. Thank you. I'll be on the sideline if you need me. Okay, fine. I'm not scared. No, I think it's great. I think it's and that's one thing. It's good, Claude. Thank you for bringing that up, man.
Yeah.
No, really, because it brings into perspective. No pun intended, I guess. Right? No, angles of the paranormal world that are so out of our human walking around imagination. Wait, what? Don't you bring Bigfoot into this? You leave Bigfoot out of this, sir, ma'am, whoever that is. But no, it brings in a part of the brain and a part of the stuff that we can't even imagine. Like it really is almost like mind blowing to where you have to stop and think. Like what he just said is so profound. You got to break that down. Have a group come in and have a discussion basically over it, right? So it ain't always. My point is, it ain't as always just snapping a picture or picking up a sound.
Nope.
There's reason for this stuff. There's other things that we're not even knowledgeable about or could even fathom. But thank you for playing along with your list. So when you get the call to go to Rhode Island, right? Because I want to get back to that story. Thanks everybody for your questions and participation. I think it's kick ass, man. So you go to Rhode Island, you pack up all your ghost gear, right? Right. Are you saying you have a Bible and a cross and some holy water when you go, and oil? Yeah. So that's serious shit. See what I'm saying? I don't carry that when I go investigating because I saw that. Yeah. So you already know you could possibly be going into something dark.
Yeah.
because of the questions, because of what they're obviously scared, and it's not just a regular ghost investigation. I don't think it doesn't sound like one to me, because I've gotten a phone call before, and it's like, hey, I got this going on. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. And then you go and kind of pick it out: land, house, events, so and so, weather, like you said, and you determine all that while you're right there in house. So they're calling you specifically for something that isn't, let's say, mainstream, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then you go to an island and you get there, and what happens when you're there?
I had to take the time. Obviously, you got to take the time to set up. It's important to make sure that when you're doing that stuff, you're methodical, because you want to obviously get it right. You want to make sure that you're going to capture the evidence. I have a security system that I use now. I just picked it up, and it has 8 cameras to it. So they're night vision cameras, so that helps me. I'll stick them in each room that I can. And if there's more than 8 rooms, then I'll have to figure that out. But that is what it is. But I do that, and I'll set up, and then what I'll do is I'll set up TikTok live. So if people have questions or whatever, they can ask away. And I go through the investigation. And recently I kind of made the decision to go on my own. Okay. I had a couple of teammates, and it just wasn't the right fit. So we had a discussion, and we kind of parted ways. And knowing that I have to walk into these places alone is a little scary, but it's something that I can handle. I just don't think it's very smart. So I do need to get a partner. I do need to get one who's like me, like-minded like me. So
Yeah,
anyway,
they could pull you out of things if you're stuck in them.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling right. You know what I mean?
And that happens. I'm finding out that
Been there.
I'm empathic. I'm finding out that I feel a lot of emotion. Like I'm not particularly happy about it. But it is
why are you not happy about it though?
because it can really throw a wrench into the investigation, because I don't know how to handle it as well as someone, because it's new to me. So it does scare me a little.
So is that new to you? The discovery of it is new to you?
Yeah. I would say in the last couple of years.
Okay, so I can help you with that. You know what I mean? To learn to control that.
Good.
It's all about harnessing and balance. Not to sound like an anime cartoon, but it is. It's true though. You know what I mean? Yabby, yabby, yabby. No, I'm just kidding. But it is. It is something that when you feel it coming on, for me, you can fray like crazy electricity all over your body.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like wires, like small frequency wires, like a million of them in your body, and they just kind of like this, and you can get panicked. You really can. But I've learned to stand my ground, freeze for a moment, regroup, re-strengthen, and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. And then boom, first thought. Always first thought. Don't beat that thought up and try to go to the next thought. Take that first thought, right? Like that. It's the one that comes in, that one. That's the thought you need. And I've learned that. And I've done reading on houses and things like that, where I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't feel real confident about it. But I knew when I started walking, I started getting that control of the spin in my stomach and the little bit of energy coming through, like goosebumps and stuff like that. So I knew something was validating itself for me, right? So to speak, is a good way to put it, because I didn't know. And then I left this particular house I left, and then a lot of things were right when I was there. And then a couple of days later, I got a phone call. The woman actually went out to town hall and pulled all these articles and started sending me pictures of everything I said. And she was like, you were absolutely 100% spot on. right down to the wife's demeanor, the husband, how it all worked out. The wife was just a wicked old school bee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you probably had to do that back then. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably more gruff. You worked your ass off 12, 15 hours a day in the field. I'll bet. Well, they did. They had a farm, but it was a whole different story. So anyways, you learn to harness that, and it's another superpower, bro. But if you don't learn to harness that, it's an opening and a leak, and they can get in.
Yeah, and that's what I worry about. You know, I do have, like, I've been doing a lot of research on, of course, I don't have any of the books in front of me, but I've been like reading up on, you know, empathic abilities, and there's this one doctor books that I've been reading, and it's, as she calls them, HSPs, highly sensitive people. And I've been doing a lot of audio booking with her, and I'm picking up a lot. You know, I'm trying to learn what I can. I'm not a very good book reader. I cannot stand reading books, but it's something that I know I have to do.
You can visually learn. You could. I recommend looking it up and looking it on good old YouTube and visually learn it. I put stuff on my 55-inch TV downstairs in my living room because it's nice and big. I don't talk 55 inches, no big deal. I actually have a 65 in the other living room, but that's a totally different story. But it's just for me to visually learn because I have so much freaking ADD that if that thing doesn't captivate me, a freaking moth will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Squirrel?
Yeah, scroll train. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. Yeah, so that's what happens to me. But you could be a visual learner about that. And do you meditate at all?
No.
Oh, well, there's your problem.
I keep being told that I should be doing that.
No, that's a must. It's not being told nothing. You either do it before your investigations or you're screwed.
A lot of people have explained that to me.
100%. There's zero, and they're telling you because they know, and they're telling you because they have what you have. A gift is a gift is a gift, but you can make it a bad thing if you want.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't want to do that because it's not about hindering, you know, the client. So yeah.
No, don't say yeah to her.
Wait, no.
No, don't do that, Richard. I gotta sleep tonight. I can't take 4 hours. I'll be like this. I'll be like this all night. I can't believe that. You know what I mean? I can't do it. You know? Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, yes, Bobby. I'm in Canada, all the way from Canada. That's right, Joe. We have Claude 1789, fresh from Canada. Welcome to the show, Claude. It's my radio voice.
Thank you very much, Claude 1789.
And this is a theory I've been looking into. I think it's a great theory, dude. And I think it's probably have a whole like 5 shows on that. No, you could explain in a moment. I want to know what the finished part was on Rhode Island, and then maybe we'll have Bobby Lee jump in and share her story. No, thank you, man. I'm telling you, I appreciate this stuff. This is all passion, and usually when people are here as guests, myself or on the side, there's a passion, and it's more passionate than most things. You know, no offense, but if I ever worked retail, I didn't have a passion for it. You know, it's a little bit different. You know, this is something that's within, not a have to. I want to.
You can tell. You can tell you have passion for this, you know.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I really do. But I can help you focus on this. You put yourself in a dangerous situation. What happened in Rhode Island? How is it still open?
Yes, the case is still open. I'm currently still reviewing the evidence, and because there's mounds of it. So I'll have that done in the next few weeks, I'm sure. But I'm gonna get a hold of the client and see, probably after I get, presented with the evidence that I have, I'll figure out a plan of attack and present it to him and see what he wants to do. Right. But this guy's pretty down to earth. He's a hot shit, and he pretty much told me, I don't want this thing, hurting my child. So whatever we have to do, we got to do it. So
the child's been seeing it.
Yeah, she just started seeing it this 2024, I think it was.
She just started talking about it. She's seen it before.
Yeah. I would have to read his text, but I'm pretty sure he said the first time she saw it was late. It was either in December or in the beginning of January, and he said that was the first time she saw it. And what he said was she reacts to it a hell of a lot better than I do. She's not scared, or she presents herself as not scared. And he goes, I don't know how she does it because I'm her father and I'm scared shitless. So
She's 7 or 8. Like, where is she at? So she's 12 now. How long? 12 years old.
yeah.
So she's been having it going for a long time, huh?
I know that her father has been dealing with this for 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus probably. So when
Nice.
my buddy called me and said I may have someone I need you to talk to, I was like, well, send him my way,
Have you interviewed the girl?
I did, but
She's 12. She's 12, bro. She can just talk to you. You know what I mean?
But what I'm not sure I'm gonna do is I'm not 100% sure if I'm putting this episode up on YouTube or not, only because it does involve a minor. It does involve, it is a house case. It's not, I don't know.
Right. Pointing people in that direction, whatever the case. So has anybody been possessed, touched, harmed? Has it been aggressive?
Not possessed. But
aggressive with the father?
Yeah, aggressive with the dad. Not, grabbing or punching or anything like that, but
it'll escalate.
It kind of, yeah. And over the years, I guess what he said he's seen is a 9-foot tall hulking shadow figure.
Oh Jesus! Same one you saw.
Yeah, except mine was probably 9 feet wide.
Right.
But yeah. So he doesn't want his daughter, having to deal with it. And I don't blame him.
No,
so
I get that. But the daughter's not dealing with it. He is. So anyway, so the daughter. If you interview the daughter, she's going to tell you a little bit more than the father will tell you.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that she's had normal conversations with this thing, and she's always been calm with him, and he's been around a lot longer. I guarantee you that, and I've seen that 100%. I've seen it before. The child has this stuff a long time ago. The father comes out and says, "Well, it's first time I ever." No, it's not. The child's been dealing with it. She's been under her blankets, and then she got comfortable, and now he thinks that's his, and the father's going to continuously get messed with.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that at all.
Scary.
I don't doubt it at all.
So have you taken anything home from this case?
You keep asking me that, and I swear to God, you're scaring the shit out of me. But no, don't worry about it. Look, I would rather have you bring it up to me at any point in time, because I know you'd just be looking out for me. But I don't think I have. What I will say, though, is I have taken protective measures. I have blessed my home. I have put protection on my home. So I can't guarantee, that I don't bring anything home, but
yeah. So have you saged it all? It's only temporary, but I would sage the shed of your body and just see for the next 72 hours if you physically felt better. That's a great test. It's not an end all be all, but it's a great test and a way to find out if there's something stuck to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually just threw up. I'm going to do it again probably on Monday when my wife goes back to work, because I don't want to mess with her right now because she's sick. But with the sage, but I just did a cleansing on the house like 2 weeks ago, and I plan on doing it again because we got back from Rhode Island and I hadn't done one since. I mean, I did one when we were there in Rhode Island. I took care of us, but still,
So you before you left Rhode Island, you cleansed, and then you went home.
Yeah.
And you went, okay. So for me, what I always do, and I never went. It's the only technique. I'm wicked paranoid because I can leave myself open sometimes without realizing it. And and my girl knows it. I've been horrified to the point where I regrounded and closed myself off for like a year. Like when I lost my son, it wasn't like I got to talk to him. You know what I mean? I'm going to use my psychic abilities to talk to my son. You know, it wasn't like that at all. Love you, baby Jack. I always have to say his name every show. So anyway, so you know, it wasn't like that at all. You actually shut off. You actually get frightened by it, and you actually don't want to be a pod sometimes. You know, you have to wait till you naturally kind of open up. Like I talked to a medium. It was in a mediumship, and that's kind of the best way she explains. She's like, don't force yourself open. If you force yourself open because you want to talk to your child like that, that could be very damaging with less control. So I just been naturally kind of floating around, and then all these things that have been happening to me have been opening up slowly. So thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Love my boy. So I don't get emotional. So yeah, so you should definitely do like I would do when I left before, you know, as I left, right? It gets crazy for me. Like I tell my people when we do an investigation, we pray on the inside. I leave and I pray on the outside, and I lock them in, and I drive away, throwing salt out the fucking window, like sage and shit. I'm like a ninja. You know what I mean? It's absolutely insane. Well, you, my friend, freaking nuts. No, but I think what you're doing is a spiritual value to people. And I think the fact that you even want to take this dangerous, you know, mission on is admirable. You know what I mean? And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, just you got to be careful though. You know what I mean? You got a lovely wife. You got yourself. You know what I mean? You got Leo. You know what I mean? You don't want anything attached to anything, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, but you know this. You know, it's just I think for me, I think with different situations, I have to use different techniques of cleansing, if that's fair to say, right?
Yeah. Right. Yep. You know what? Hi, Jim. I don't want to be rude.
Watch this. Hey, Jim.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I don't even know the guy. Whatever. No, it's a friend of mine. I'm just kidding, everybody.
Hey, Jim. Fuck you.
Welcome to the show, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I love you all. Yeah. So, what were you gonna say now?
I have no idea.
Story of my life. What were you gonna say? No idea, Rich. Thanks.
You know something that happens to me a lot. So
yeah, hanging out with me ain't gonna help it any. I promise you that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up in New Hampshire tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah, you saying that earlier. What are you doing?
Well, I'll talk to you backstage afterwards.
Okay.
Let's just say I'll be up in the Henniker area.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
Is that far from you?
No.
Oh. Well, yes, Jim. Thanks, jackass. Love you too. What? Let me tell you something, brother. These guys are all WWF buddies or some shit. I don't freaking know what's going on here. If you guys want a side room, help yourself at $5 an hour just because it's internet. Bobby Lee, you want to come in? Can you explain? I want to see if you explain that before we end our show. Can you explain what you said within the next couple of minutes, or is this a whole show?
I think it might end up being a whole show. I want to get Claude on here to talk about what his theory is. I can kind of explain what he's talking about with the collapsible.
Can you give us a layman's term rundown and have Claude come on? We can have Claude come on sometime. He could come on next Saturday and talk to us. I mean, have you been talking on the side?
I sent him our email and said to reach out.
But is it a him or is it just a name?
I sent their email.
Yeah. So that's what I'm asking. I don't know. That's all I'm asking. And if they were born in 1789, then I don't want them on the show. That's
Maybe you do want him on the show.
No. I'm good.
Just bring the sage.
Yeah, whatever, Claude. I'm a ninja. So guys, I'm sorry.
So it all started with what was called the double slit experiment, where they determined that light acts as both a wave and a particle. So if you put particles through two slits in the back wall, you would think 2 slits of particles, right? But you don't. You get like 5 or 6 because they act kind of like a wave. But they also can act as a particle. And so sometimes what they say is it'll collapse into himself. So they have this theory that's called the Copenhagen interpretation. And so what that is basically saying that particles act is probabilities until observed by eyes. He was also saying it could be camera lenses as well. But until a quantum particle is observed, it is in a state of probability. So it's neither here nor there. One of the theories of that, and that's where Schrodinger has his thought experiment where he was like saying, yeah, sure. So I have a cat in this box. You have a cyanide bottle, and there's a particle that will either open the bottle and kill the cat or it will not. And so you don't know until the cat's observed 8 hours later. So is that cat just dead and alive for 8 hours? And he was kind of making fun of the interpretation. He's not pro Copenhagen interpretation. So what he's saying is one of the theories, and this I'm not speaking for him, but is many worlds theories, right? Is that these particles in these state of probabilities are potentially in other worlds, right? So what I think he's saying is you have the ability to see these shadow people, and they collapse in on themselves, but they're a state of probability. And that part I don't understand, and that's why I'd love for him to come on the show. But what he's asking is about wave and particle collapsing at a quantum level and seeing that on a macro level in a form of what would be a shadow person, I'm guessing. God, tell me yes or no.
This is why they seem to look in the direction of even hidden cameras.
Yeah,
it may be harmed by being viewed. Well, that kind of cuts things up with what you were saying. That Bobby Lee. Wait. Come on, Richard, join in. Richard, join in. Jesus, Richard. Round of applause.
The golf clap.
Yeah, we do that while playing video games, and if somebody's clapping, I'm like, and listen how it sounds. And we're always like, you are clapping, right? Because that's it's getting weird. Can you stop? Courtney says hi, Bobby Lee. Yeah, no, seriously, man. Listen, like I said, it's interactive, and you could come in and literally explain or have the conversation. I don't mind that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to benefit us to go on for 45 minutes because I'm over here with my head spinning. But your last statement cleared a lot of things up. Is that all right? Explain the Bigfoot comment. That's what I want to know. Like the Bigfoot comment with this, I think you were trying to use it as an example, correct? So when you tie it into this, I kind of see with the shadow people, they could be harmed because of, the slit experiment, right? And the cat and the acid and all that bullshit. Come on, bro. Dude smoking some Copenhagen. That's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? So, are you trying to stick your face in my camera? No. Are you eating macaroni and cheese? What is going? It's all over your face. It's all like your tech, dude. Sorry, one of my 83 kids just walked in. Would you like to say hi? You're wearing a green shirt again. Come, everybody, show you. Heck, come on, show he's a ghost. Ooh, oh no, he's got a black shirt on. Look at it. I love it. I put the other background. That's my Maddox.
What was that? A periodic table shirt or something?
Minecraft. Periodic table, right? Is it periodic table with Minecraft? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a mixture of Minecraft with periodic table. Whatever.
Okay.
Someone named Bigfoot in the chat explained what I was talking. Someone named Bigfoot in the chat. Oh, there's someone here named Bigfoot?
It was me. I accidentally chatted out, and you changed YouTube to Bigfoot Banter with Richie B, so that he's what he saw. Me. I did it. I was talking about the Schrodinger cat in a box.
I got play on words when it comes to my titles now.
My bad.
I'm learning this social media shit.
Hi, Courtney.
I can change it every 7 days, so I can say paranormal with Banter with Richie B as well.
Just so you know, next time I'm on, just so you guys know, I ended up, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I ended up, there's one piece of evidence I've sent over so far that I've been able to figure out. So next time I'm on, we'll use that. Okay.
Yeah, no, listen, we can use anything, anytime. I love the conversation. I learned a lot about you. I learned that I knew you were ordained minister, but I learned why, you know what I mean? And I think that brought you in this direction to help people. And you were like, well, I got to power up if I'm going to go into this. And you get closer to your higher power, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I get it totally, 100%. And I think it's a kick-ass. I think it's a kick-ass motive. I think it's a kick-ass technique. And some of these things you got to walk in with, armed and dangerous. And that's just the way, they are. You got to be. And I've dealt with it. I've dealt with the, people around me. It's weird. I've been messed with. Don't get me wrong. I've told a story about being held down on my bed and I could feel the fingertips and everything still in my calves. Because I'm a belly sleeper, and I knew it because he waited till I was in my REM and rolled over on my belly, and then I felt what the hell happened now? Where'd he go?
There we go. I lost you for a second.
No, I lost you, bro. I'm still here. So I don't know what's going on, but every paranormal show, dude. Say what you want, Bigfoot. Bigfoot don't do this on Tuesday nights, folks. We don't have this problem on Tuesday nights. Here we go. Oh, here you go. I'll keep an ear to the tracks for you. Oh.
Thank you, Claude. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my boy up here right now. Shout out. Shadow Side. What were you going to say, brother?
Shadow Side Paranormal Research Society. SSPRS.
Yeah. No,
but just so you guys know, I don't have a lot of as many investigations as I should up there right now because we, in the last year and a half, we had 7 of our 9 investigations end up being corrupted. So we lost them.
Like your files were corrupted?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
We didn't have anything.
Is it a tech guy thing?
No, I'm not sure if it was me. I don't know.
It's me. It's you. You're the problem. It's you.
It could be.
You're the problem. It's you.
I ended up fucking buying a bunch of good SD cards though because I just got sick of taking the chance. So you go in and you do all that fucking work and then it gets erased. It irritates me.
SD cards, baby.
Yeah.
Don't leave home without them because they're going to be going for a ride up to New Hampshire with me tomorrow. I got something in my eye. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, girl. Oh, here we go. Let's see, Bobby Lee. And if I said anything wrong, it's because I'm not a physicist, just an enthusiast with a very high IQ and a bad attitude.
Oh, Bobby, just so you know, my wife and I talked. We're going to be one of your supporters for that ruck thing you're doing.
Let's go. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you so much. It means the world to me. It's my second year doing it. The first one, I didn't think I was going to get through it. And man, I cursed the person that told me to do it. And as I was cursing him, I was like, but I'll be here next year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you to your wife. Thank you to you, man. This is the promo that he's talking about. runsignup.com/Bobby Lee. We all love Bobby Lee. Make sure you check out the Tough Ruck. 26.2 miles with a 60 on the back, folks.
And I'm going to be posting that on my social medias too.
Oh, let's go. Brand, turning it up a notch. I love it. Who's got something else? 35, 45, 35, 35, 85, 95, 95, 35. That's right. Yeah, that's right, Jim. I'm not an auctioneer. I just pretend to be one on TV. All right, so, Wojo's donating tomorrow. Wojo, let's go. We should do this. We should have like one of those telethon things. Me and you were like on TV and stuff. Like me and you, we're going to do this, Rich. We'll do it like a telethon.
Fucking A.
Oh, it would be great. Remember, was it Jerry Lewis or something?
Yeah. Yep.
They rolled him out there till he was like 482 years old, and he's like,
yeah.
He's like, give me your pennies, you little shits. You know what I mean? Whatever he said.
And thank y'all so much. The one thing I will say is my brother has been doing it for years as well. We're going to do it he couldn't do it last year. So this is the first year we're going to do it together. My goal, more than to support the cause, is to out donate my brother. So if for sibling rivalry purposes, if you can help me out in that would be great.
All right, guys, if you see her brother advertising, go on and talk shit about him. All right? Tell everybody. Talk shit. Send nudes. Whatever you got to do. Just stop the cause. Bobby Lee must win at any cost.
Bobby Lee, send you nudes.
No. Wojo's got to send them. Hey, where's my Wojo picture? We lost it one of the times we got bounced. I got to wrap the show up, and I can't advertise without Wojo up on my screen. How am I gonna do that? Check this stuff out. Oh, there it is. All right, one more time, everybody. These are the events that are coming up. I got to tell you, I'm on the climb. Oh, God. And listen, in a couple weeks, I'm going to tell you a story. Yeah, I'm a little engine that could. Yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know about it. Things are going to pop. You're all going to hear about it. And, yeah, it was fun. So I'm hoping there he is. Wojo says, buy the merch. You know that, gorilla. I love it. That's my new saying. Good old Uncle Jerry, right? Right, Jimmy? Jimmy Lewis. This is my boy, J. Lou, man. We met many years ago playing softball. He's a good dude. And he's completely single. So in case Wojo's interested. I have a video from my team on an investigation of an apparition moving across the next clip. EVP saying, now on the loose. Oh, shit. Jesus. Now to give a little backstory. This was a hospital. Patients weren't allowed outside. The other entity knowing this is seeing it and says, now on the loose. This is a possible theory and crazy to think. Yeah, the possibility. He's like, all right, Tom, go ahead. I got you covered, bro. Go get us that Budweiser. I'll meet you over there in the corner outside, man, up on that tree.
Fucking cool.
That's like patients working together to get the hell out of there.
That's the shit. I love hearing that stuff, man. I love it. I love it.
Oh, no. And listen, that's what I'm telling you, man. Get on the Get Haunted Network, man, and check out these podcasters. They're presenting you with stuff. They're out there investigating right now. I'm telling you, every weekend they're investigating. Every freaking weekend. They're always somewhere. I watch it. If you go on the Get Haunted Network, you will see that. Courtney Peterson, all these people. I can go down the list. It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing that the work that they do. They're hardcore, boots-on-the-ground investigators and deserve some love and respect, okay? So make sure you go over to the Get Haunted Network and you check. All right, sit your ass down, macaroni and cheese. Yeah, man. Do I get in trouble for slapping a kid on a podcast? I don't think that's welcome these days.
Back in our day, it would have been fine.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Back in our day, you'd be lucky if your father didn't slap you on camera or something. Get over here.
My father didn't give a shit. He threw me. I mean, you know what, dude? We didn't even have seatbelts. Cut it out.
Yeah, right. Right.
Courtney, if you're available next week, can you come on and bring that on? And whether you come on the show or stay on the side, would you mind giving that to Bobby Lee? And then we can talk about it a little bit, even if it has to be through text, whatever you feel comfortable with. We could do audio as well. Like I said, my friend did audio on here and it worked out great. Yeah, that smarten up slap. Oh, yeah, bring it back from 1789, baby.
Slap. That's a good name for it.
The smarten up slap. Yep. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a t-shirt. Yeah, right. I love it. I love it. I can send it in. And then if you're on the side next week, I know everybody's busy. You're more than welcome to come in or talk about it on the side. I'd love to hear it and share it with everybody. So that's it. Breaking news, everybody. Courtney Peterson will be bringing that very intelligent EVP in. Where they say, hurry up, run, the bitch ain't looking. Basically, kind of different. I don't know, hearsay. All right. Oh, look at this. Yeah, Courtney. All right, Bobby Lee.
I'm on it.
Oh, hey, girl. All right, listen, we got to wrap this shit up. I got some Fortnite to get to, okay? All right? I can hang with my boy Rich all freaking night. Me and you blend, bro. We blend. I'm telling you, man. I want to go on some investigations, but I can't. I got too many kids to do the doc shit. So if you find a case where some nice 100-year-old woman has a poodle that died a couple of years back, something like that, we could put some kibbles and bits on my ass. I don't care. I'll lay on the floor and be bait. We will catch them in action. You know what I'm saying? Camera it up. You know what I mean? Fluffy. You know
I'm all about it.
Long as it isn't Princess and Buffalo Bill, I'm good. You know what I mean? All right, so listen, check it out, everybody. You know where to go. It's right down below. That made a rhyme. Shadowside Paranormal Research Society on YouTube. Follow my man on TikTok, on YouTube. Where else are you at? Tell everybody. Why am I doing it for? You get to work.
Instagram, it's all pretty much the same. Shadowside Paranormal. And on TikTok, YouTube and Instagram mainly. I do have a Facebook page, but I'm barely on it. I got to do more Facebook.
No,
I don't know.
You're good with that. You're fine with that. This is my friend Wojo says, good show. Nice to meet a normal Rich.
Nice.
An asshole. I love you guys. Hey, Claude, thank you so much for your participation, my man. Like and subscribe to my YouTube, brother. Check it out. Follow me. We'll be here Tuesday night. We're talking about Bigfoot on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. What's the date? Oh, yeah, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, whatever. It's the 5th. And then remember, on the 19th, one of my mentors, Alex Petikoff, has agreed to come on my show from Small Town Monsters. And if you're in the cryptid world, that's a very big name. And not even about his name. He's an amazing, amazing human being. He's just he really is, bro. He's such an amazing human being. Like, he called me and talked to me for an hour last night. He gave me his phone number a while ago. We text. Whenever I have questions, I text him, and that, I got to wait, but he answers me. And he's like, wicked sorry for the delay. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You got 1,000 people probably text you all the time. You're out in the bush somewhere in Alaska. You apologize to me for not getting back to me.
Seriously.
On, and I said, listen, you save that for the others. I said, I get it. I know I appreciate what you're doing. This dude does his own shit. He edits all of his own stuff. He produces all of his own. He's his own entity. It's crazy. Like, I sit here with one.
I have to learn it. I don't know how to do any.
I'm over here with one phone going, oh shit, I'm gonna be here a couple days on this. You know what I mean? It's the, him, and they. I'm like, what the fuck? They're nuts. They're nuts. Anyways, we will be at Tuesday at 7. Follow me on TikTok, Banter with Richie B. Follow me on Instagram, Banter with Richie B. I'm also on Facebook, by the way, Banter with Richie B. If this kid sticks his thumb in this again, we're going to bring back that. What slap? What's that slap? Come on, I got to get off the air. Can you stop messing around? Where'd it go? What do you call it? Oh, the smarten up slap.
Smarten up slap. That's
Come on,
right.
man. You were supposed to have that for me, dude.
I'm sorry.
Here we go. Baby number 82 is here. It's all right. If you're in here, why can't he be? Anyways, enough about my family. They're all insane. I love them all. They're very supportive of me. I'm truly grateful. Me and Wojo are going up to New Hampshire tomorrow to check out some cryptid areas. And this, all right. And this is Brooks Walker, bro. My dude, my 4-year-old monster. Right? You say hi, everybody. Say good night. All right, to get off my lap if you're not going to participate on the show. So anyway, that's the rule. You come into my studio, you got to participate. But listen, everybody be safe. Rich, especially you. Thank you to you and your wife. I hope you both feel better. Most importantly, thank you to Leo. Leo, to me, was the star of the show tonight. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, there he is. Yep. And then we'll have you back on. Listen, when you start wrapping up that Rhode Island gig, man, why don't you come back on when you get that evidence reviewed?
Okay.
Seriously,
I would love to.
Everybody would love it. And make sure you're here next week. Courtney's going to be here, and she's going to present some stuff to us. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you like and subscribe. And most importantly, as Wojo would say, buy some merch. Right?
And if you guys need my help at all, you know how to get in touch with me. I got my social media up everywhere. So if you need any help, just let me know, please.
No, absolutely, dude. Yeah. If anybody needs any help with anything, any kind of darkness, anything kind of scary, I don't know what's going on outside my curtain right now. What are you doing? I got to get off the air. She's dressed up as Batman. This is my house, bro. This is my house. They're all nuts. You know what I mean? There's a Batman that you put on the mask and you talk and it makes noise. As it says what you're saying. This is what's going on outside my curtain. All right, come here. Hurry up. All right, I got to go. I want to say goodbye to Rich. Goodbye. That's a stepdaughter. Well, guys, you know why I'm perfectly normal, right?
God bless you, Richie.
See you Tuesday.